Okay, here's a graph that depicts the situation. This is the bridge, the top half of an ellipse, where the base of the bridge is 138 feet wide. Well, that means that this little distance right here is A, and it's 32 feet high. That's like the B of the ellipse, the major and minor axes. So the equation of that ellipse in red is x squared over 69 squared plus y squared over b squared, which is 32.8, equals 1. Now, if I want to rewrite that so that I just see the top half of the ellipse, I could do this. Solve for y in terms of x. So subtract x squared over 69 squared from the 1. That's this part. Multiply both sides by 32.8 squared, and I'll have what y squared equals. Then take the square root of both sides, and I'll have a function for y in terms of x. Of course, the square root of 32.8 squared is 32.8, and then I need the radical symbol for the square root of 1 minus x squared over 69 squared. Notice that this has a plus sign in front of an understood plus sign. If I put a minus here, I get the bottom half of the ellipse. Okay, so now the question is, how do I find out at what point, at what distance in either direction from the center do I have to move so that this height is 17? I want the x coordinate of that point. It gives me a y value of 17. And there's one over here, too, that will give me a height of 17. So let's do some screen sharing. Go to Desmos. And here I have a slider showing exactly what's happening. So I'll pause right about there. See that when I've moved 59 feet from the center of the bridge, I'm about at 17.007. The question is, what do I have to do to find out what that x value is? So I've kind of indicated it here, that it looks like when x sub 2 is 59.009, let me hide this one, that the height is 59.009. And if I change this to minus, I'm over here at negative 59.009. Okay, so let's go back here. Let's take a copy of this function. Go to board 2. And we want to answer the question, when does f of x equal 17? So here's what we're trying to solve. 17 equals 32.8 times the square root of 1 minus x squared over 69 squared. I want to know what value of x will produce a y value of 17. So let's see, I could divide both sides by 32.8. And that'll give me this. I could square both sides to eliminate the radical. And by the way, that has the possibility of introducing an extraneous root when you square both sides. So we should check our final answer. But now here's what we've got. So I'm going to transpose this minus x squared 69 over 69 squared to the left side of the equal sign. and then move this term to the right by subtracting it. That's 32.8 squared, not times. And now multiply both sides by 69 squared. And take the square root of both sides. Now normally I'd say plus or minus. The plus distance will give us the distance to the right. The minus will give us the distance to the left. So the square root of 69 squared is 69. The square root of this is the square root of 1 minus 17 over 32.8. Oh, it's supposed to be like this. The quantity squared. Okay, there you go. You can do that on a calculator. You'll see you get 59.009 to the nearest, what was it? Accurate to 2 decimal places, 59.01. Okay, there you go. Hope that helped. If you have any questions, post a comment.